What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So, as you guys can probably hear, I'm just going to get out of the way right now. I do have laundry going in the next room, like I do in just about every video, but that is not the point. The point is, today I have what I think is going to be a fun video, but it's also going to be like a good video for reviewing and stuff like that. So if you're in the market for some new products and you haven't tried some of the ones that I have, then hopefully this video will help you. And what we are going to be doing today is that we are going to be cleaning out my makeup bag. So those of you that have followed my channel, you guys know that a few weeks ago, right before I went on a little 2-week hiatus, I filmed a what's in my everyday makeup bag. And it was cleaned out at that point. But I do this thing where I start using one product and I'm like, oh wow, I forgot how much I like this. And so I add it to my everyday makeup bag. And I do it again. And I do it again. And then I just keep doing it. Things have accumulated. And, well, I can't really shut it right now. In fact, things are falling out of it. Yeah, things are falling out of it. So we have to go ahead and clean this out. But I wanted to make this a video for you guys because I thought it would be important to tell you what I'm keeping in there and what I'm cleaning out and why I'm cleaning it out of my bag. Just because I'm cleaning it out of my everyday makeup bag does not mean I'm getting rid of it, but it does mean that it's a product that I don't use every day, and I'm going to list the reasons why. There's going to be no rhyme or reason to this whatsoever. We are just going to go right in. And the first thing that comes up on top is my IT Superhero Liner. And I actually am going to pull this out for right now because it's actually running a little low. It's kind of running dead. So what I think I'm going to do is either do like some makeup looks soon that don't need eyeliner, or I'm going to use like a pencil or a kohl liner and use that as a liner instead and just not wing it out. But I do really, really like this eyeliner. It did dry out a little quickly for me, not gonna lie, but it's a really good liner and I would recommend it. I bought it at Ulta, I think it was around $26. So if you're looking for a new eyeliner, this is a really good one. So next we're going to pull out the Maybelline Snapscara, and I am going to keep this in my everyday makeup bag because it's the mascara that I've been using just about every day since I bought it. The app that I used, Influencer, was doing a cashback campaign, and so I got, I think, about $3 cash back from this when it was like a $6 mascara, and I do really, really like it. It makes my lashes look longer, more voluminous without clumping up or looking fake. Or the one thing I will say about it is that it is not waterproof, which is kind of a bummer. But most of the time I'm not really getting my eyelashes wet unless, of course, like I'm sneezing, my eyes are running, or I'm going to see a sad movie. So this is a really good mascara, and I would definitely recommend it. And like I said, it was about $6 at Ulta, but you can find it at just about any drugstore. So the next thing I'm going to pull out is the IBY highlighter that I got in my last Ipsy bag. I'm not going to open it because this eyeliner actually broke for me the other day. Because this thing was getting really full, products fell out of it the other day, and this is one of them, and it broke a little bit. So it's not completely broken, but there are some chunks in there, so I'm not going to open it, otherwise it's just going to create a hot mess. I am going to keep this in there. I do use the Anastasia Glow Kit most days, but I want to have a loose highlight in here just in case I don't have that palette with me, like in case I take this makeup bag anywhere. So I want to keep this in there because I actually have found that I can use it as a highlighter. It is tiptoeing the line of too dark for me, but I can make it work. So I am going to keep this in my bag, but it is a little broken, so I'm probably going to have to fix it at some point. So next I'm going to pull out the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation, and I'm going to keep this in my bag as well, because this is what I use as a concealer / foundation under my eyes. I don't use it very often. I also use it to cut my crease. It is your run-of-the-mill average foundation. It is not super drying, but it's also not moisturizing either. It's dry on my skin, but it's not necessarily a dry foundation. My skin tends to dry out very easily unless I use a moisturizing foundation. But it is a good foundation. I do want to try some more foundations. I want to see if I can get a more moisturizing one. But it's pretty average. Nothing overly great about it, but nothing necessarily wrong with it either. But it is going to stay in my everyday makeup bag. So the next thing I'm going to pull out is my NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. And I got it in this color. It's the skin tone color. I think it's in the shade medium. It's actually a little yellow for my eyes, but like it's not a huge deal. And I bought this around my birthday time so I could get some free points at Sephora. You guys know I love the NARS eyeshadow primers. It's like the only one that I use. I just decided to get this because it was tinted, but I'm going to take it out of my bag for now because even though I've been using it every day, it's just because it's been sitting on top. I still have some of the regular the eyeshadow base left, so I'm going to take this out until I completely use that up. Next, sitting on top is the Morphe liquid lipstick in the color Phatty, Phatty. It looks like this. I bought this a few weeks ago when I went to Ulta, and it is really, really good. I love, love, love this liquid lipstick. It is a beautiful color, and it is almost completely transfer proof, which is really great for me because I tend to have a lot of issues with transfer, so I think this is a great liquid lipstick. It is a little drying on my lips, but not overly so. I think the Morphe liquid lipsticks are really, really good, so I'm going to keep this in my bag. Next, I'm going to pull out the Wet n Wild bronzer in Sunset Striptease. You guys have seen me use this. I do not use it on an everyday basis, but because it is the only bronzer that I currently own, I am going to keep it in my everyday makeup bag for when I do decide that I want to wear bronzer. The one thing that I will say that I don't really like about it is it does seem to have a little bit of a sheen to it, and I don't necessarily want my bronzers to have a sheen, especially because I tend to go a little heavy-handed on the highlight anyway, so I don't need my entire face looking very shimmery. But I do really like the formula of this. I wish it was a tiny bit darker. It's a little orange. But that's like a me thing. That's not necessarily that's what's wrong with the product. I just didn't pick up the right shade. But I do really like this, and I will be keeping it in my everyday makeup bag. Next, I'm going to pull out the Burt's Bees Honey Lip Balm. It's a lip balm. I think it's really, really great. I love the way it feels on my lips when it kind of just feels like it's healing my lips, medicating my lips. And I just always like to have a good lip balm in my makeup bag, so this also will be staying. Hello Kitten. There's a cat. I'm not going to pick her up because she's going to fight me. So next I'm going to pull out my ColourPop liquid lipstick in Stud. I am not pulling this out because you guys know that I use this all the time. The thing that I've actually been doing recently is I've been putting Stud on the bottom and then the Morphe liquid lipstick on top, which is the liquid combination that I'm wearing today, and I just think it's a beautiful combination and I love it. Next I'm going to pull out ColourPop Barracuda, and I actually have two of these in there. Don't know why. One of them is going to stay in there and one of them is going to come out. So I do really like the ColourPop Barracuda. It's a little more red berry colored than Stud is. Stud is a little more brown, but I do really like the color Barracuda, and I love the formula of ColourPop, which you guys know if you've watched my videos. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that in there as well. So we have a special guest star today. This is my baby girl Maggie Moo, which if you didn't watch my last video, you totally should. They're cats and they're really adorable. But this is the little one that you guys didn't see in the last video. This is my baby girl. She doesn't like being held, so that's why she looks pretty terrified right now. But this is the little love of my life. I got her when she was about 8 weeks old, and she is just too stinking cute. So hopefully she'll sit on my lap for the rest of this video, but I highly doubt it. But yeah, just wanted to introduce you to her. So the next product that I'm going to be looking at is the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer from First Aid Beauty. And I am going to keep this in there because I like to have a moisturizer on me, and I also like the fact that this is a priming moisturizer, so if I do wear foundation for the day, this is a really good product to have on my skin. But what I'm going to take out of my bag, the next product I'm looking at is the Goldfaden MD Vital Boost Daily Moisturizer. Again, I got this in an Ipsy bag a little while ago, and I'm going to be taking this out because I already have a moisturizer in front of me in my bathroom and the priming moisturizer that I decided to keep in my bag. So I don't need another one in there. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, but I do really, really like it. It feels very cooling on my skin, and that's something that I really like. It's very soft, not overly oily, so it is really good, and I do kind of want to buy the full size of it, but we're not there yet. Next product that I'm going to pull out is a blush duo from Pixi. This is in Peach Honey. Again, got it in an Ipsy bag. A lot of my products did come from Ipsy bags, but I'm going to go ahead and pull this out because I don't use it enough. It's not overly pigmented, which is kind of a bummer because it would be really, really pretty if it was, but it's just not overly pigmented, and I just don't find myself using it all that often. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. Next, I have my Luna by Luna White Sand Powder. I don't tend to use this as much anymore, but I do need a good translucent powder, so I'm going to keep this in my bag because I do use it for setting cut creases and that type of thing. So though I don't use it as much as I used to, I still use it and I still want to have it in my bag. So that's going to go ahead and stay. Next, I'm pulling out the Pacifica Rainbow Crystals Liquid Highlighting Cream. You guys have seen this before. You guys know I use it a lot because I love it. I think it's a really, really cool color. I think it's a great formula, very easy to blend. So I'm going to keep this in my bag. Next, I'm going to pull out the Benefit Bad Gal Bang travel size mascara, and I'm also going to keep this in my bag because I've recently been trying it out and I really, really like the formula of it. I like using it as a base coat and then topping it with the Maybelline Snapscara. I think that's a really good combination. But I've just really, really been enjoying this, and I kind of want to buy a full size of it, not gonna lie. Again, we're not there yet, but I have really been enjoying this product. So if you haven't tried the Bad Gal Bang mascara, you totally should. Next, I'm going to pull out the Lancome Definiseals mascara. I've done a whole video on this. You guys know. But I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. I do really like this mascara. It does make my lashes look a little spidery. And when it is not waterproof, so when it runs, it does kind of sting my eyes a little bit, but it doesn't run very often because, again, I'm not typically getting myself into situations where I'm losing my mascara throughout the day. So I do really like it. I don't know if I'd spend the money on it, but I like it as a mascara. But because I'm already keeping 2 mascaras in there, I don't need a third. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. Next, I'm going to pull out my MAC lipstick, and this is in the color Verve. If you guys haven't seen this before, that's what it looks like. It's basically the color Stud. They are very, very similar in color. They're almost exactly the same. And because I love the color Stud, I love the color Verve, and that's why it's going to stay in my makeup bag. I don't own many lipsticks right now, but this is one of the ones that I own, and I really, really, really enjoy. I love the formula of MAC lipsticks, even the matte ones. I love the smell of them. I love the way they stay on my lips. They're just overall great, great lipsticks. I know the only thing about it is that they're not cruelty-free, but because MAC is a really good brand, that hasn't stopped me from buying them. I don't buy it very often, but I do buy it. Next, I'm going to pull out the Blistex Silk and Shine lip balm. And even though I'm already keeping one lip balm in there, these are 2 very different formulas, and so I do want to have access to both of them. This one is a more lighter moisturizing lip balm, whereas the other one is more like a healing lip balm, and so I'm going to keep this one in here as well. Next, I'm going to pull out the Hola Neon Velvet Liquid Lipstick, again in my Ipsy bag from last month, but because I already have 3 liquid lips in here, I don't need all 4 of them right now, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, but I am going to play around with it a little bit more, and I think the color is very, very pretty. It is a little pink on me, a little pinky purple than I normally would go for, but it is a very pretty color, and I do want to play around with this a little bit more, just not as an everyday color. Next, I'm going to pull out my Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the color Feisty. You guys have seen this before. That's what it looks like. This is my everyday blush, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this in my makeup bag. It's a really, really good blush. I love the Amazonian Clay formula. It's very easy to blend, very pigmented, just sits on my skin really nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it in the bag. So next, I'm pulling out the Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base from NARS. I already took out the tinted one, so I'm going to go ahead and keep in the neutral one, which comes in like a white shade, like that. I want to go ahead and use this up before I put the other one back in there. So this guy is staying in my makeup bag. Next, I'm pulling out the Iced Mocha NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and I don't really use these much anymore. I still have them. I still use them every once in a while, but I don't use these on an everyday basis like I used to. I think the formula is great. It stays on my eyes really, really well. I love the color selection, but I just don't use it every day, so I'm going to go ahead and take it out of my bag. Next, I'm pulling out the Pixi by Petra Endless Silky Eye Pen, and that's in the black color. Last month's Ipsy. This is probably the one that I'm going to keep in my bag to use as an eyeliner as opposed to the It Superhero liner, but it's also really, really great at tight lining my eyes. I used it as a tight line the other day, and it was absolutely amazing. Loved it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this in my bag. Next, pulling out the Lancome CILS Booster XL, and even though I took the Definiseals mascara out, I'm going to go ahead and keep the lash primer in, because it does definitely help my lashes in length and volume. So again, if you want a more in-depth review on this product, go ahead and check out my Lancome video from I believe it was March is when I put that video up. So go ahead and check that out, but this is going to be staying in my bag. So next, I'm pulling out another jumbo eye pencil, and this is in the color Yogurt. Again, I just don't use this much anymore. Great product, great color, but I'm going to go ahead and take it out of my bag. Next, I have the Palladio 50/50 Cat Eye Liquid Liner and Smoky Kajal Liner. I'm going to go ahead and take this out of my bag as well. I haven't used the liquid liner side in a very long time, but it's a little big of a felt tip for me. Normally, I just use this for the Smoky Kajal Liner on the other side, but since I'm keeping in the Pixie one, I don't need 2 Kajal liners in my bag, so I'm going to go ahead and take this out. But you can get this like really cheap at like a local Sally Beauty or any beauty store like that. Next, we're almost done, guys, I promise. Next, I'm pulling out the Beauty Basics Single Eyeshadow in the color Satin Taupe. I got this in an Ipsy a very long time ago. Normally, the reason this was in my bag is because I use it as if I'm in a rush and I don't really have time to put on a full like eyeshadow look and really go in with a crease and a dark outer corner and like do a whole look. I would just throw this on with a little bit of mascara. Normally I would just throw this on my lid and call it a day. But I don't find myself using it much anymore, especially because I'm home. I almost always have time for a full face of makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of my bag. Next, I'm pulling out my Tony Moly Petite Gloss Bar, which I got at Ipsy a while ago, and I was extremely skeptical about, but I do actually find myself using it all of the time. Because it's a gloss bar, it is not as glossy or sticky as some glosses that I've used in the past, and because of that is why I really like it. I've found glosses to be too sticky. They sit on my lips a little weird, and I don't like them, but this has actually been really, really light on my lips, but still giving it that shine and that sheen that a gloss would. And it's just really, really, it like stays with colors really well, and it doesn't make them transfer or smear too much. So I actually have been finding myself really liking this, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this in my bag. Next, we're going to look at the Illamasqua Coloring Pencil Lip Crayon, and it's in this shade in the color Lust. So this, again, was in an Ipsy a while ago. It's a good formula. Hello. It's a good formula, but the color, it just isn't a shade that I would normally wear. It's a little bright for me. I tend to go for the darker colors, so I just don't find myself using this as much as I used to. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it out of my bag for now. Next, we have the Punk Volumizing Mascara from Duche. It's another mini mascara that I got in an Ipsy, but like I said before when I took out the other one, I don't need 4 different mascaras in here, so I'm going to go ahead and take this out, but I do really like the formula. The brush is a little big and scary for me. I'm not crazy about using it, but I do seem to really like the formula. The color is very, very black. I don't know what the full-size price of this is, so I don't know if I'd buy the full price of it, but I do really like the travel size mascara. I just don't need it right now. Next, we have the MAC lipstick in the color Velvet Teddy. If you guys watch YouTube and you were around for the whole Kylie Jenner lip color craze, that was this color. That is what the color looks like. It is just a beautiful nude color, and I love this. I like mixing this with the color Verb. It just creates the perfect like dark brown nude lip. Absolutely beautiful. Again, love the formula of MAC lipsticks, love the smell. This guy will be staying in my bag. It's also just a really good lip topper for just about any lip color ever. And last, but certainly not least, I do have this Buxom gloss in the color Dolly. So that is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it for you. That is what the color is right there on top. I do really like this gloss. Again, it sits on my lips a little heavy, but the color is very pretty, and it actually does feel good on my lips in the sense that like it has a little bit of like a medicating feel to it. It kind of like, not stings, but like kind of feels like ice on my lips, and for some reason I just find that feeling very satisfying. So I do like this lip gloss, and I like the size of it, and I think it's like the perfect amount. But because I'm already keeping one gloss bar in there, I'm going to go ahead and take this out of my bag. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of these products back in there, show you the finished product, close it up, and we'll go ahead and end the video from there. And I do also have my eyelash curlers in there. They were just kind of sitting like on top, and I only have one pair of eyelash curlers, so I figured you guys didn't need to see that. There we go. That is much more manageable than what it used to be, even with the eyelash curlers in there. I can actually close it now, and things are not falling out of the side. That is a much nicer everyday makeup bag than what it was before. So like I said, I like just about every product that was in that bag, but it was just becoming too much and I wasn't using all of them, and so I did really need to clean this out. If there's any products you want to see a little bit more of an in-depth review on, go ahead and comment down below. You can expect my next video to probably be a makeup tutorial on probably a neutral eye and a colorful eye, both that I can do without liquid liner. So look for that coming up soon. And that is the end of this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, everybody.